This is the story of Tim and Amy and the 3 camper builds. Once upon a time, Tim and Amy thought they'd build a camper. They liked the retro style, so they took an old camper down to frame and saved whatever parts they could use from it. It took a long time, but they loved their retro camper's sleek profile and cool colors in the paint job. It had such a fun style. But child number 3 had moved out in the time that it took to build the retro, and it felt too big for just the 2 of them. So then Tim and Amy decided to make a teardrop camper. They started with an old pop-up and took it down to frame and saved whatever parts they could use from it. They built an awesome wood-sided generic Benroy style teardrop, and they loved it. The galley was perfect, and there was storage for clothes inside. It had solar power and even AC when plugged into shore power. They loved their little teardrop, and they took it camping and even down the Natchez Trace. But on that trip, it was decided that even though they loved it, it was just too small. It was hard to change clothes inside and not so great if the weather was rainy. They were so sad. The difficult decision to sell the retro and the teardrop was made. They looked and looked for perfect new homes for their beloved campers, for people that would love them as much as they did and take excellent care of them. It was a sad time, but also during that time they were able to buy a 7x12 cargo trailer to convert into a camper that was not too big, not too small, but just right. They got busy insulating their large squeaky toy. They insulated the walls and the ceiling and taped out the floor plan, and then they just decided to put a mattress on the floor and go camping for a week. This really helped determine where things should go and what things were needed. They took the grandkids camping once more things were done. And then 10 days after that, they took it on a 2-week adventure. It's not completely done yet, but guess what? The size feels just right. The end.